Students, today we are going to study a new chapter, that is valuation of security. This is the last chapter from the unit 1 of your syllabus, that is business finance. So let's start our today's video. Before starting with the content, we must know what a security means. A financial security is some type of financial instrument that has a recognized financial worth. That means it is usually referred as security, or we can simply call it as financial security. Generally, a financial security will have the potential to generate some additional return above the face value in the future. That means, in a layman's language, we can say that any financial instrument that helps in generation of more revenue in the upcoming future will be termed as security or financial security. Thus, we can say that the value of a security is the present value of the future benefits associated with it. One of the most important function of financial management is to enhance the market value of the securities of the organization and thereby increase the wealth of the organization. As a part of financial management or business finance, we can say that valuation of security is one of the most important function of FM, as it is the main reason for increase or decrease in the wealth of the organization. Securities are involved on different bases such as book value, market value, or intrinsic value. Investment process invariably requires the valuation of securities in which the investments are proposed. The value of a security may be compared with the price of the security to get an idea as to whether a particular security is overpaid, underpaid, or correctly priced. Now we are going to talk about the various concepts used in the valuation of securities. Starting with the first one, that is the book value. Book value of an asset is an accounting concept based on the historical data given in the balance sheet of the firm. That is, it may either be given in the balance sheet or can ascertain on the basis of the figures contained in the balance sheet. We can simply say that book value refers to the cost at which a particular asset is being acquired. Next point is market value. The market value of an asset is defined as a price for which the asset can be sold. That means the price at which a good can be sold in the open market is termed as the market value. Next point is going concern value. GV refers to the value of the business as an operating, performing and running business unit. That means when we take whole unit as a single part or a single business running unit, then its value is determined will be termed as going concern value. That means जब एक बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की होल वैल्यू को हम डिटरमाइन करते हैं तो उस चीज़ को हम लोग क्या कह देते हैं, गोइंग कंसर्न वैल्यू कहा जाता है. GV is not necessarily the MV or BV of the entire assets taken together. GV may be less than or more than the market value or book value of the total business. Rather, GV depends upon the ability to generate sales and profit in the future. If the GV is higher than the market value, then the difference between the two represents the synergies of the combined assets. The next point is the liquidation value. Liquidation value refers to the net difference between the realizable value of all the assets and the sum total of the external liabilities. This net difference belongs to the owners, shareholders, and is termed as the liquidation value. We can simply say that liquidation value is the value that a person would be able to realize on the liquidation of the assets or the organization. Then the next point is capitalized value. The capitalized value of a financial assets is defined as the sum of present value of cash flows from an asset discounted at the required rate of return. In order to find out the CV or the capitalized value, the future expected benefits are discounted for the time value of money. That means when we try to find out the exact present value of any future cash flows on the basis of the required rate of return and the discounting rate, then it is termed as the capitalized value. जब हम किसी एसेट्स की उस वैल्यू को डिटरमाइन करने की कोशिश करते हैं जो फ्यूचर मिलने वाली हो, लेकिन उस फ्यूचर वैल्यू को अगर हम आज के फॉर्म पे कन्वर्ट करें तो उसकी वैल्यू को ही हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, कैपिटलाइज वैल्यू बोला जाता है. Starting with the valuation of security, we are going to evaluate only three types of security, that is debentures, preference shares and equity shares. As you all can see that I have written bonds in a bracket next to debentures. That doesn't mean debentures and bonds are same. Here we mean to say that the valuation of debentures and bonds are same because both debentures and bond carry a fixed rate of interest and a redemption of the premium or the principal amount to be paid at the date of maturity. The valuation of security is mostly dependent on the time value of the money, and hence we basically apply the time value concept on the valuation of these securities. We have studied the time value of money in our previous videos. Now starting with the first and the main security, that is bond or debentures. A bond or debenture is a debt security issued by a borrower and subscribed or purchased by a lender or investor. Bond is usually a form of long-term financing used by the firms which upon issuing a bond promise to make certain cash flows in the future under clearly defined terms and conditions. In a simple way, we can say that bonds or debentures carry a fixed rate of interest or coupon rate that we termed as, and they are to be repaid in the coming future. बॉन्ड्स और डिबेंचर्स में क्या होता है कि दे कैरी अ फिक्स रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, एक ये एनुअल पेमेंट के फॉर्म पे कह लीजिए, क्वार्टरली पेमेंट कह लीजिए या हाफ ईयरली पेमेंट कह लीजिए, इन लोग पे एक हाफ ईयरली पेमेंट टाइप का या एनुअल पेमेंट टाइप का इंटरेस्ट ये कैरी करते हैं, जो कि एक शेयर होल्डर एक डिबेंचर होल्डर को रिसीव हो सकता है या एक बॉन्ड होल्डर को रिसीव हो सकता है। और जो भी इसकी कंडीशंस होगी, जो भी पहली सी कंडीशन डिटरमाइन की गई होगी, उसकी मैच्योरिटी पे ही आपको वो प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट भी रिटर्न कर दिया जाएगा with the interest. Now we are talking about the valuation of bond or debentures. So we are going to use some basic terms in its valuation. The first one is the par value. The par value of a bond is the principal amount of the bond and is stated on the face value of the bond. The par value of the bond may be ₹100, 1000 or any amount. The issue price, however, may be less than or equal than to the par value. Now when we are talking about the coupon rate, it is the rate at which interest on the par value of the bond is payable as per the payment schedule. The interest may be paid annually or even monthly. The coupon rate is usually described as percentage rate and is applied to the par value out of the periodic interest amount. Maturity. The maturity of a bond refers to the period from the date of issue after the expiry of which the redemption of repayment will be made to the investor by the borrower firm. Now we are going to work on the bond valuation model. The value of a bond may be defined as a sum of the present value of the future interest payments plus the present value of the redemption payments. That means एक बॉन्ड की अगर हमें एक्चुअल वैल्यूएशन को डिटरमाइन करना होगा तो वी हैव टू कंप्यूट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ द फ्यूचर इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट, यानी कि फ्यूचर में जो हमको इंटरेस्ट मिलने वाला होगा उस इंटरेस्ट के अमाउंट को आज के टाइम पे हम कंप्यूट करेंगे यूजिंग द बेसिक रूल ऑफ TVM, that is time value of money, and we are going also to analyze the value of the principal amount that we are going to receive at the maturity. Then we will convert that principal amount into the current present value. फ्यूचर में जो हमको प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट भी मिलने वाला होगा, लेट अस से आफ्टर अ पीरियड ऑफ 5 years, उसकी 5 साल के बाद, यानी कि आज के टाइम में 5 साल अगर हम पहले बैक कर दिया जाए तो उसके आज टाइम पे उसकी क्या वैल्यूएशन होगी, इस चीज़ को अगर हम कंप्यूट कर लेते हैं देन वी कैन फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ अ बॉन्ड. द एप्रोप्रिएट डिस्काउंट रेट टू फाइंड आउट द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू वुड बी द रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न विच डिपेंड्स अपॉन द प्रिवेलिंग रिस्क फ्री इंटरेस्ट एंड द रिस्क प्रीमियम, नॉर्मली टर्म्ड एज रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट को ही हम यहाँ पे क्या कह रहे हैं, KD से रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, दैट इज द रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. That means this return basically includes the risk free interest as well as the premium for bearing the risk. Here's a basic formula for using the for pricing of a bond. This formula is totally dependent on the formula for computing the present value. As we all know, the present value can be computed using future value or the amount invested upon 1 plus r to the power n. The same formula have been used here only, where the future value is represented by C, or R will remain the interest and T will remain the time period. Here C is represented as the interest payment that we are going to receive in the future, whereas M refers to the principal amount that we are going to receive. That's all for today. In the next class, we are going to work more on the practicals of bond. Thank you, students.